we are witnessing the end of the annual cycle in the life of the Fallas. Every 19th of March, on the day of Saint Joseph, the Crema sets more than 700 Fallas sculptures on a purifying fire. Fallas, which express the neighborhood's human and intergenerational cohesion in a tradition that is passed from the parents to their children. From the ashes, the ingenuity and teamwork of the Falla group will emerge in the shape of a Falla. Its most remote origin is unknown. Medieval chronicles speak of fires fueled with wood and old furniture that the people of the neighborhoods made as the spring arrived. Other stories associate the celebration with the Carpentry Guild and the festivity of Saint Joseph. But a little over 150 years ago, the first data regarding the Fallas as we know them today appeared. On the streets of Valencia, peculiar sculptures made of wood, clothing and wax appeared. Since its origins, the evolution of the festival has been constant. An evolution which is reflected in the festival and the Fallas, thanks to the essence of the festival's renovating spirit. The social idiosyncrasy has always been visible in the mirroring critic of the Falla as a showcase of reality. Every year, thousands of Valencians and tourists from around the world come to Valencia to absorb the festival, tradition and color. The Falla is the axis which structures the festival. It is an ephemeral installation created over 1 year, which will be publicly displayed on the day of its erection, or planta. The planta is the culmination of the work carried out by artists and Fallas men and women in the shape of a great sculpture which is born from the void in the streets of Valencia. Although mechanical means are present, the tradition remains in some of them as they continue to be erected with a tombe. The Falla has a wooden structure and is covered with cardboard, textiles and new materials. But its soul is a satirical, light-hearted and free criticism made on current celebrities and issues. A satire provided by the ninots and their verses written in Valencian, which, like scenes in a movie, develop the central theme of the Falla. All the Fallas have an explanatory guide or libret associated to them, on which its central theme is told in the language of the Valencians.
He aquí a los ninots que este año se han salvado del fuego y que son llevados triunfalmente al museo donde se guardan las mejores creaciones de cada año en el gran retablo de las Fallas.
The free and democratic nature of the festival is evident each year, with the reprieve of a ninot elected by popular vote. This figure will be saved from the fire and become part of the Fallas Museum, an area where respect for the past and tradition can be felt. The creation of the Falla involves a great effort, as well as teamwork from many residents of the neighborhood, the Falleros. To work in coordination, the Falleros create task forces or commissions with specific functions. The agora or meeting place of the commissions is the casal, a social cohesion space where ages, genders and origins mingle around a common goal, the creation of the Falla and the coordination of the year's social, cultural and solidarity activities. Every Fallera Commission annually elects its queens and courts of honor, just as the Festival of the Fallas of Valencia elects its Falla senior queens. During their reign, they will be the ambassadors of the festival wherever it will be required of them. The Falla is a great social axis which links people, neighborhoods and towns with a history, tradition and craft work. Thanks to the Fallas, a multitude of craft guilds coexist and evolve. The most important group is that of the Fallas artists, a mix of architects, sculptors, painters and decorators. They are able to make the Falla emerge from their hands, integrating the latest technologies with ancestral manual procedures, always ensuring that they respect the tradition. They are artists who verbally transmit their knowledge, but currently the new professionals can be trained in official centers. Thanks to the Fallas group and the traditional attire accompanying the celebration of the Fallas, gold and silversmiths, hairstylists, handheld fan makers or silk workers enrich the festival with their creations. A tradition which has lived on over 2 centuries in the Jacquard textile mills, where thousands of silk threads intertwine their colors with shuttles constantly running through them. The result is works of art on fabric. A tradition that evolves in the artisanal hands of silversmiths and in the precise stroke of the chiseler. A firework tradition that runs through the veins of the Valencians. Because one of the basic elements of the festival is the explosive powder in its diverse forms and presentations. The trons de bac, the mascletaes, or the fireworks of the Nit del Foc invite tourists and visitors to join the festival. Fireworks professionals mix color and sound in perfect balance, which beats inside the hearts and immerse Valencia in a cloud of explosive powder. If the powder endows the Fallas with an explosive soundtrack, the musicians who accompany the festival keep the yesteryear scores alive. Traditional Valencian music in the form of bands. or tabal and dolçaina groups, genuine and peculiar instruments of Valencia's homeland. The Fallas and its current global impact are the result of the Fallas members' teamwork, represented by the Central Fallas Board and public institutions which support the festival. The work of the Central Fallas Board, the democratic representative body of the Fallas, is strengthened by the great support that the City Council of Valencia has always offered. The joint effort has achieved the global recognition of the festival. The Fallas are already part of a global network which spreads from Valencia to the world. In any country, you can now follow live the Fallas news, its events, and the heartbeat of the festival. If you are in Valencia and during the Fallas, you have to experience the festival on the street. March becomes a month full of events related to the festival. Stroll through Valencia, observe how the city is transformed, and immerse yourself in the Fallas. During the Crida, the Fallas Senior Queen invited you to participate in the festival. If you have come to know the Fallas of Valencia, go out on the street and join the sea of people. Valencia, cosmopolitan and avant-garde city, invites you to discover its essentials during the Fallas. Each Falla organizes its own despertaes on a daily basis. You can start the day by vibrating with the trons de bac. On your tour of the city, look and observe the beauty of the traditional costumes and their accessories. Listen to the music bands and the tabal and dolçaina groups. Take photos of yourself next to the Fallas and falleros and share your experiences on the social networks. Visit the Fallas museums, the Fallas Museum and the Museum of the Fallas Artist. At midday, go to the City Hall Square and prepare yourself to vibrate with the sound of the mascleta. If you are in Valencia, enjoy our gastronomy and the fruits of our land. The flower offering to the Virgin of the Helpless is one of the most emotional events of the Fallas. When the night comes, Valencia and its streets are lit up in a spectacular way to receive its visitors. During the Nit del Foc, the best fireworks professionals compete in a duel of light and color. And on the 19th, do not miss the rebirth of the Falleros cycle. Become part of the Fallas and its common beat of human, multicultural and intergenerational cohesion. That night, many towns of Valencia become one great bonfire, which renews life and feelings, in order to start the life cycle once again, which will mark the rebirth of the Fallas next year.